And tonight is the big night. Tonight is the night that many have been waiting for. Finally, the time has come. Hello to all my fellow wrestling fans and non-fans alike. Thank you for once again tuning in to Wrestling Parking Lot and joining me where I'm talking about CM Punk. Yes, we're mixing a little UFC with professional wrestling because CM Punk is finally making his long-awaited UFC Octagon competitive competition, fighting, whatever you want to call it, debut against a fighter by the name of Mickey Gall. Yes, now, CM Punk, since he signed a deal with the UFC in late 2014, many wondered, when will CM Punk fight? When is he finally when is he gonna finally get in the octagon? But it took time and it took training, and there was reports that the fight had been postponed. That he was getting in, that he got injured or something to that matter. I'm not really sure exactly what it was, but all I'll have to say is that I am happy, I am glad, I am excited. It is today. As you can see, I'm wearing a CM Punk t-shirt because although it is a WWE CM Punk t-shirt, it's still representing a guy that I have enjoyed his work in professional wrestling, and I can't wait to see his work in the world of MMA. Now, Mickey Gall. Before I get into CM Punk and how I think he's going to do, I did my research on Mickey Gall because I do my research on the fighters who are facing my favorite wrestlers. I did my research on Mark Hunt for the Brock Lesnar fight, and I did some research on Mickey Gall. I did a brief tutorial on what this guy's about. And apparently this guy is really good at jiu-jitsu. I've seen some of his fights, very good at the takedown, and he's pretty good at submissions. Another thing is he is 2-0-0, 2 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws. To be honest, that's a pretty good record. I mean, although it's only 2 fights in the UFC, that's 2 fights that he did not lose. Now, he has fought in other organizations, not just the UFC, but, he's a young guy, a fellow New Jerseyan from Greenbrook, New Jersey. That is right, I even looked up to where he was from. So, tonight I will be going for CM Punk, but, props to the Jersey guy for representing, the home state. But I gotta go for Punk. I gotta see, Punk, you gotta believe that Punk is the underdog. Do you really think that Punk is the underdog and isn't the underdog? He is the underdog because he's brand new to the world of MMA. Mickey Gall has history in the sport. He has history in fighting. He has a record already. But the reason why CM Punk may not be an underdog is because, more people are, more eyes are on CM Punk because of the name. It's the name value. But I do think that Punk is the underdog going into this, being that he has not had an official MMA fight. He's new to the UFC, although he's been training for a couple years now. I think that Punk can really take it to Mickey Gall. Hopefully he studied his work, hopefully he studied his fights, and he's seen where he can get some offense in. And Mickey Gall, I've heard some interviews with him where he was waiting and he's been anticipating this fight for a while, but he's excited. The word he used in one interview was he was excited for the fight. But the weigh-ins was pretty interesting. They had Mickey Gall weighing in at 170.5 pounds, CM Punk coming in at 170 pounds. So these guys, weight class are identical. Both welterweights. And you saw at when they did the pose, and after they did the pose, they always do the face off at the UFC weigh-ins. And Mickey Gall, you looked at, he was talking, he seemed like he was talking some trash there to Punk. And I wouldn't expect anything else from Punk but just to look at him, just stare at him. And after that, in classic Punk fashion, he smiled and then he started talking a little bit of crap himself. I mean, come on, CM Punk, do we expect anything less from him? I wouldn't think so. So I think tonight's fight is going to be really good. It's hard to say, it's hard to predict, because we don't know how CM Punk is when it comes to fighting. I seen a few, I saw some of CM Punk's documentary leading up to the fight. I mean, the guy seems focused. He seems like he's taking it serious. This is his new career path, I mean, he was a professional wrestler for so many years. He decided to end that chapter in his life, and now he's starting to be a fighter. I don't want to mix too much of his wrestling with his UFC, with his MMA, because it's just... when I say wrestling, I mean not wrestling like wrestling-wise and fighting. I mean his WWE days, because, let's start new. If CM Punk ever comes back to WWE, which I'm assuming he will, that's for then. But right now, CM Punk, Mickey Gall, UFC. Let's I believe he's UFC 202. So this is gonna be a great fight. I cannot wait to get out of work to finally see it. Hopefully I make it, because he is not gonna be the main event. Although it seems like a main event draw, he is not the main event. He's on the main card, but he is not on the main event. So let me know what you guys think. How do you think CM Punk is gonna do? Are you team CM Punk? Are you team Mickey Gall? Let me know. Talk to me, guys. How do you think CM Punk's gonna, how is gonna fare in his very first fight? And if he loses, will this affect the rest of his MMA future, the rest of his MMA career? And if he wins, man, how excited will the CM Punk fans be? Let me know what you guys think. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep the conversation strong. We'll talk later.